The story I'm about to tell you is one that even the U.S. Navy couldn't explain, a mystery floating in the sky, quiet as a whisper, yet loud enough to echo through history for more than 80 years. A story that begins as a routine military patrol and ends with a blimp drifting silently above a neighborhood pilotless. Something had reached inside, plucked its crew out of existence, and left the aircraft wandering the sky like a ghost. The year is 1942. World War II is devouring the world, and fear is spreading across the Pacific like oil on water. Japan's submarines are slipping through American defenses. The West Coast is tense, paranoid, and listening for danger. On the morning of August 16th, two experienced Navy aviators, Lieutenant Ernest Cody and Ensign Charles Adams, prepare for a simple anti-submarine patrol aboard a massive LAT blimp. It's an aircraft the Navy trusts. Slow, stable, reliable, a flying gas giant held together by fabric and hydrogen, able to hover above the ocean for hours. The men check in with ground crew. They laugh, shake hands, and step into the gondola like it's any other day. Nothing unusual, nothing strange, no signs that anything was wrong. They lift off at 6:03 a.m. Weather, clear skies, sea calm. Mission routine. For the first hour, everything goes smoothly. Radio logs show normal communication. Reports of fog patches. Nothing unusual. And then, silence. At 7:42 a.m., Cody radios and he says they've spotted something in the water and oil slick. Possibly a submarine. They're descending to investigate. It's the last time anyone would ever hear his voice. Minutes later, witnesses along the Pacific cliffs see the giant blimp hovering unusually low. Too low. Moving silently. Slow. Drifting, as if no one was controlling it. A group of fishermen watch it wobble in the sky. They expect flare signals, standard procedure if the crew is investigating a submarine. But nothing happens. No flares. No depth charges. No radio messages. The blimp keeps drifting. Inland. By 11 a.m., the LAT is heading toward houses in Daly City, California. People run outside, pointing, shouting. The gondola door is hanging wide open. The ladder is extended. The engines are still running. But inside, no one. The blimp scrapes a rooftop, ripping open its hull, and crashes gently into a street. No explosion, no fire, just a soft, deflated collapse. When police and Navy personnel arrive, they expect to see boats zingered. Instead, the cabin is pristine. 2 life jackets still on board. Parachutes untouched. Radio working. Weapons loaded. The safety pin still in the flare gun. Food, water, emergency gear, everything exactly where it should be. It looked like the crew had simply stood up and vanished. Investigators searched the aircraft inch by inch. There are no signs of distress, no blood, no struggle, nothing torn or broken, no mechanical failure, nothing missing. The blimp's sandbags, ballast are still in place, meaning the crew didn't jump. They couldn't have. The aircraft would have shot into the sky without the weight. Yet, they were gone. The search expands across land and sea. Dozens of ships and aircraft scour the area, but not a single trace of either man is ever found. Not a shoe, not a uniform, not a body. Just absence. A clean, sudden, impossible absence. The Navy declares the case unsolved. But rumors begin immediately. Some say they were taken by a rogue, waves wept out of the open cabin door. But the sea was calm. Others claim a Japanese submarine surfaced and abducted them. But no sub was detected. And the blimp showed no bullet holes, no forced entry, no signs of combat. Then come the darker theories. That they encountered something above the ocean, something that didn't want to be seen, something that could remove 2 trained aviators from a moving aircraft without touching anything else. Witnesses who saw the blimp drifting described it as ghost-like, hollow, and wrong, like a stage where the actors had disappeared, But the show continued without them. Decades later, after the Navy declassified most of its World War II files, the Ghost Blimp case remained untouched. Still unexplained, still perfectly preserved and mystery-like, a painting of an event no one actually saw. The gondola door was wide open, the equipment untouched, the horizon calm, and the two men gone. Today, the Ellet's gondola sits inside a museum, locked behind glass. Polished, silent. The same door hangs open, recreated exactly as it was found. Visitors stare at it, imagining the last moments aboard, trying to understand how two men could vanish without reason or trace. Every year, thousands come to see the Ghost Blimp. Not because of what we know, but because of what we don't. A blimp drifting by itself is strange. A blimp drifting with its engines still running, its instruments working, its supplies untouched, and its crew missing. That's something else entirely. To this day, experts revisit the case, trying to force logic into a story that rejects it, trying to explain a disappearance that behaves more like folklore than history, more like a haunting than a military incident. But the sky has never explained itself, and the Pacific keeps its secrets well. The Ghost Blimp is more than an aircraft. It's a reminder, a quiet truth hovering over the ocean's edge. Not every disappearance leaves a trail. Not every mystery gives answers. And sometimes the only witnesses are the waves, the wind, and the silence that follows. This is the story of the L-8, the U.S. Navy blimp that came home alone. You've been listening to Hush, where the world's strangest stories are never forgotten, only waiting to be told.